Hello everyone, and welcome back to our English grammar series. Today, we're diving into one of the most common and essential ways to express the future in English, using the going to plus verb. Let's get started. One of the most common ways to express the future is by using the structure going to plus verb. This structure is used to talk about the future. It highlights plans, intentions, or predictions based on current evidence. The structure going to plus verb consists of four key components. First, we have the subject, which refers to the doer of the action, followed by the correct form of to be. This must match the subject. If the subject is I, use I am. If the subject is he, she, or it, use is. And if the subject is you, we, or they, use are. Then put going to. This is a fixed phrase that we use to signal the future. After going to, place the base form of the main verb to represent the action to occur. Here, no conjugation is needed. Let's break it down with some examples. I'm going to study tonight. In this sentence, we start with the subject I, followed by the correct form of to be am. Then we place the phrase going to indicate the future, and then the base form of the verb study. This sentence means the speaker has a definite plan to study tonight. They are going to visit Paris next month. Again, in this sentence, we start with the subject they, followed by the correct form of to be are. Then we place the phrase going to indicate the future, and then the base form of the verb visit. This sentence indicates that they have made plans to visit Paris. The going to plus verb construction is commonly used to express future events or actions, with specific nuances depending on the context. Now let's break down the main ways to use going to for future events. Plan future actions. The going to future is often used to discuss plans or intentions that have already been decided before speaking. It emphasizes that the action is prearranged or intentional rather than spontaneous. It indicates prior decision-making. It suggests a high degree of certainty about the future action. For example, I'm going to buy a new car next month. In this example, by using the phrase going to plus the verb buy, the speaker indicates a clear, decided intention to buy a new car next month. We're going to move to Boston in September. Here, using the phrase going to plus the verb move, the speaker highlights a planned intention to move to another location. She's going to start her new job on Monday. Similarly, using the phrase going to plus the verb start indicates that the start date of her new job is already determined. Predictions based on present evidence. Well, when there is clear evidence in the present moment that suggests a particular outcome, going to is used to make predictions. This emphasizes the connection between present conditions and expected future results. It relies on observable evidence or logical reasoning. It suggests a future outcome that seems inevitable based on the present situation. For example, look at those dark clouds. It's going to rain. In this example, the speaker makes a future prediction going to rain based on present moment evidence of dark clouds. In this case, using the going to plus verb formula to express the future is completely relevant. The team is playing terribly. They're going to lose. In this example, the speaker makes a future prediction of going to lose based on present moment evidence of playing terribly. In this case, using the going to plus verb formula to express the future is completely relevant. The team's poor performance suggests an inevitable loss. She hasn't studied at all. She's going to fail the exam. In this example, the speaker makes a future prediction going to fail based on present moment evidence that she hasn't studied at all. In this case, using the going to plus verb formula to express the future is completely relevant. The lack of preparation leads to a logical prediction of failure. Immediate future. Going to can also describe actions or events that are about to happen very soon. This usage often conveys urgency or immediacy. It refers to events that are imminent or on the verge of happening. It is often used for quick reactions, warnings, or commentary on near future events. For example, I'm going to sneeze. In this example, The use of going to plus verb structure suggests that an immediate physical reaction is about to occur. The movie is going to start in 2 minutes. Here, by using going to plus verb, the sentence suggests that the event, the movie, is imminent and scheduled to happen shortly. Be careful. The vase is going to fall. In this sentence, the speaker uses going to plus verb to issue a warning about an immediate and observable danger. Let's now talk about sentence structure. Here's how to use going to plus verb to express the future in various sentence types, starting with the affirmative form. The structure for affirmative sentences using going to express the future is the following. First, we have the subject, followed by the correct form of to be. As mentioned before, this must match the subject. If the subject is I, use I am. If the subject is he, she, or it, use is. And if the subject is you, we, or they, use are. Then put going to signal the future. After going to, place the base form of the main verb. For example, she is going to bake a cake for the party. In this sentence, we have the subject, she. Since the subject is a third-person singular, we use is. Then going to signal the future. After going to, we use the base form of the main verb, bake. This sentence expresses that she has already decided or planned to bake a cake. We are going to visit the museum tomorrow. In this sentence, we have the subject, we. Since the subject is a first-person plural, we used are. Then going to signal the future. After going to, we use the base form of the main verb, visit. This sentence expresses an intention or decision to visit the museum in the near future. Next, we will see how to form negative sentences in the future using going to plus verb. The structure is the following. First, we have the subject, followed by the correct form of to be. As mentioned before, this must match the subject. Insert the negation word, not after to be. Then put going to signal the future. After going to, place the base form of the main verb. For example, he is not going to attend the meeting. In this sentence, we place the negation word, not, after the is to make the statement negative and indicate the action of not attending the meeting in the future. I am not going to watch that movie again. Here again, we place the negation word, not, after the am to make the statement negative and indicate the decision not to watch the movie in the future. What if you want to ask questions about the future using the going to plus verb formula? Well, when expressing the future using going to, we can form 2 types of questions, yes, no questions, and WH questions. For yes or no questions, flip the subject with to be and start the question with the correct form, am, or is, or are, followed by the subject, and then place going to plus the base verb. Let's break this down with some examples. Are you going to join the team? The sentence starts with are because the subject is the second person you. The phrase going to is placed after the subject and followed by the base form of the verb join. The answer to this question could be either yes, I am, or no, I'm not. Is she going to call us later? This sentence starts with is because the subject is the third person she. The phrase going to is placed after the subject and followed by the base form of the verb call. The answer could be either yes, she is, or no, she isn't. On the other hand, the structure for the WH questions with going to is the following. Start the question with the WH word, followed by the correct form of to be, depending on the subject. Then put the subject, followed by going to, plus the base form of the verb. Let's explore some examples. What are you going to do tomorrow? This question begins with the WH word, what, followed by are, since the subject is the second person you. The phrase going to is used to signal the future and is followed by the base form of the main verb, do. The answer to this question could be, I am going to visit my grandparents. When is he going to leave? This question begins with the WH word, when, followed by is, since the subject is the third-person singular, he. The phrase going to is used to signal the future and is followed by the base form of the main verb, leave. The answer to this question could be, he is going to leave at 8 p.m. Now, let's compare going to with other future forms like will and the present continuous. Going to versus will. Going to is used for plans that have already been made or predictions based on current evidence. Will is used for spontaneous decisions, promises, offers, or predictions based on belief or opinion. Examples. Using going to for plans made earlier. I'm going to clean the house this afternoon. This sentence shows that the speaker decided earlier to clean the house. It reflects a pre-made plan. Using will for decisions made on the spot. I will clean the house now. The speaker decides at the moment of speaking to clean the house. There is no prior plan. It's an immediate decision. Using going to for predictions based on evidence. Look at those dark clouds. It's going to rain soon. The speaker predicts rain based on visible evidence, dark clouds. Going to highlights that the prediction is not just a belief but is supported by facts. Using will for predictions based on belief. I think it will rain tomorrow. The speaker predicts rain based on their belief or opinion, not on current evidence. Will is more appropriate here. Going to versus present continuous. Going to focuses on future intentions, often emphasizing personal plans or resolutions. Present continuous focuses on fixed arrangements or scheduled events, typically involving other people or external commitments. Examples. Using going to for future intentions. I'm going to meet her tomorrow. The speaker intends to meet someone tomorrow. The emphasis is on the personal decision or intention to carry out this action. Using present continuous for scheduled events. I'm meeting her tomorrow. The speaker has already arranged a meeting with the person, such as setting a time and place. The focus is on the arrangement rather than the intention. Using going to for a personal plan. I'm going to start exercising next week. The speaker is expressing an intention to begin exercising. This reflects their personal decision or resolve to take action in the future. Using present continuous for a fixed schedule. I'm starting my new job next Monday. This sentence indicates a definite arrangement. The starting date has likely been confirmed with the employer, making it a scheduled event. And that's it for today. Now you know how to use to be plus going to plus verb to talk about the future. Whether it's a plan, a prediction, or something about to happen, you've got this covered. I hope you learned something new and useful. Thank you for watching, and until next time, happy learning.